Hey guys, welcome back. I am Sobash. We are back with some more Paladin Strike. This video we're going to talk about the game balance changes that were made in the update 2.0. And first we're starting out with Ashe. Ashe, her base health, they reduced from 4,900 to 4,700. Now that currently on my character reflects differently because I have runes on her, of course, so keep that in mind. But her base health was changed down 200 hit points. All right, next we have Barik. His blunderbuss damage was increased from 160 to 200 per shot. So as you can see there, you're going to be doing a little bit more damage now. I believe he was nerfed back a couple patches ago, and it looks like some of the damage changes have been reverted because of a certain change, and that change was because of they capped the shots that these type of heroes that have these cone attacks can do from hitting all their projectiles. And the blunderbuss maximum damage is limited to 1,400 per enemy now. So that is the change that was made to Barik. All right, next we have Buck. His shotgun maximum damage is limited to 1,600 per hit. So that means his base damage is limited to 1,600 per enemy. That is because of the general change. You saw right there, I'm limited to the max damage. I can't kill these in one shot anymore. So that is what was changed with him, and that was the general update because everything is capped. Like I said, even with the last one, like we covered with Barik, he is capped at the maximum damage he can do per enemy now. All right, next up we have Drogoz. The changes on him are the salvo. His salvo now correctly generates Dragon Punch energy. Now a salvo is the second ability, this right here, where it shoots out the rockets. As you can see, the generation from his ultimate, which is the Dragon Punch, I guess it wasn't actually upgrading and giving the correct amount to it. So now when you use it, it does appropriately put you some regeneration into your ultimate. That was the only change that was made to Drogoz. All right, next we have Grover. Grover was changed in this update, and his change was his vine. The pre-fire delay was slightly reduced on it, meaning this second ability right here, it's not as fast as or it's actually faster than it used to be a little bit. The kind of the wind up time, the time it takes for him to cast it, it has sped up a good bit. Now it doesn't feel like the PC one for sure. I played a good bit of him there, so it still doesn't quite feel that fast, but it is a lot better than it was. So you can even see above where it says you're immobilized. So next we have Kinessa. She had a couple changes to her. For one, her base health, it was increased from 2,100 to 2,300. Now as you can see, I do have runes. Not really sure which levels I have them as well, but it's going to be reflected because of that. And her other change was sniper mode. So her sniper mode has been decreased again. Now when you go out of sniper mode, it's a 2-second cooldown, which gives you time to actually move a little bit. Previously, to begin with, it was only a 1-second cooldown, and then it was changed to 8 seconds, and that 8-second, it kind of nerfed her really bad. So the 2-second change, I feel really appropriate, kind of nice. Gives her a chance to reposition a little bit. She can move just a little bit, reposition into a different bush. So kind of a nice change to Kinessa there. All right, next we have Makoa. His cannon damage was increased from 250 to 300. So he does have a good bit more damage now, but he is also falling under that category in the general updates from where they cap characters that have the cone shape and multiple projectiles on their attacks. So he does have a little bit of a cap on him, which is going to be a cannon maximum damage limited to 1,250 damage per enemy. So as you can see right there, it's not quite 1,250, but it's really close. Some numbers could change that, I'm not sure which would. Also his shell shield, the health was increased on it from 4,000 to 5,000. So that shield is going to be able to take a lot more damage, and probably it's not going to stay up as long as you're going to be putting out that damage. And he was also, that shell shield, the properly blocks Victor's frag bombs and blocks Fernando's flame lance. So he did get that fixed on him as well. So pretty nice little change from Makoa. get him out some extra damage, hopefully. And yeah, pretty nice. And next we have Maldamba. Maldamba's Dread Serpent fear, the duration of it was reduced from 4 seconds to 2 seconds. Now, Dread Serpent is his ultimate. So if you hit somebody with his ultimate now, it's only going to be a 2-second fear instead of a 4-second fear. As you can see right there, they're not feared as quite as long. So hopefully that should help out with the Maldamba, you know, getting out of that. A lot of people getting caught up in it. Hopefully that'll help some people out. All right, next we have Pip. Not too much was changed with Pip. Of course, his just like a couple other champions, his base health was actually changed. It only dropped down by 100, so it went from 2500 to 2400. So that was really the only changes that occurred on Pip. All right, next we have Ruckus. His minigun damage was limited to 1200 per enemy. Now this is part of the general update. Of course, if you're point blank on somebody, you're only going to be able to do 1200 damage. That looks like it was a little bit more, but that runes or something could affect that. So it may be just base damage. I'm not sure. So we'll have to do some testing on numbers, but that was the only thing that was affected by Ruckus in this patch. Just his damage cap on one person. Next we have Skye. Her base health was increased from 2200 to 2350. That's pretty decent little buff for her. I felt she was a little bit lackluster in the health department, so that's pretty nice. And also her smoke bomb now always penetrates through the actual shields for its blinding effect. So some characters it wasn't affecting because of that, so now that should affect it. That's the only things that were changed for Skye. And next we have Victor. The only change Victor had in this update was the frag grenade. The damage was increased from 350 to 550. So when you throw and hit people with your frag grenade now, it's going to do a lot more damage. So you can tell the scale off of that. The base of that is going to be 550 instead of the 350 it used to be. So do be aware, runes do affect that. It is AoE as well. So that was the only change they made to Victor in this update. And last but not least, we have Ying. Her illusory mirror, which is her basic attack, has been reduced from 250 to 200 damage. Now also, the illusory mirror no longer pierces through shields. That was not intended to happen. Also, it no longer pierces through absorbs, and illusory mirror no longer pierces through environmental collisions. So hopefully she shouldn't be able to shoot through walls again. She shouldn't be able to shoot through shields and things like that. And overall, she can't penetrate just about every ability that everybody has. So hopefully we will get a better overall understanding of like how Ying works this next couple weeks with this update. I'm kind of excited to be able to play her now and not just completely feel broken when it's being played, because she's actually on par to, you know, do what she's supposed to be doing now, and that's be an effective support with, you know, a little bit of poke damage instead of just going in and destroying everybody. Now that's going to be it for all of the champions that were changed in this update. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comment section below. But of course, don't forget, we do have the new champion as well to cover, so stay tuned for that. We're going to go over all of his abilities, see how all the mechanics of his things work, and we'll have some gameplay of him as well today. So stay tuned. If you have not subscribed already, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn your notifications on, and leave a like on this video because it does help us out a lot. But with that being said, folks, thank you so much for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. I am Soulbash. You guys have a nice day.